I very much agree with what MLK, Martin Luther King Jr., wrote about education in 1947 in his college newspaper, the Maroon Tiger, at Morehouse College. He said, just to do some excerpts from this article, I'll do another video about the whole thing, but, quote, education must train one for quick, resolute, and effective thinking. To think incisively and to think for oneself is very difficult. We are prone to let our mental life become invaded by legions of half-truths, prejudices, and propaganda. At this point, unquote, in 1947, not even now, but, quote, at this point, I often wonder whether or not education is fulfilling its purpose. A great majority of the so-called educated people do not think logically and scientifically. Even the press, the classroom, the platform, and the pulpit, in many instances, unquote, not all, more than he'd like, quote, in many instances, do not give us objective and unbiased truths. To save man from the morass of propaganda, in my opinion, is one of the chief aims of education. Education must enable one to sift and weigh evidence, to discern the true from the false, the real from the unreal, and the facts from the fiction. The function of education, therefore, is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. But education which stops with efficiency may prove the greatest menace to society. The most dangerous criminal may be the man gifted with reason, but with no morals, unquote. And skipping down, quote, we must remember that intelligence is not enough. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. The complete education gives one not only power of concentration, but worthy objectives upon which to concentrate. The broad education will, therefore, transmit to one not only the accumulated knowledge of the race, but also the accumulated experience of social living, unquote. Amen. We need something that helps people learn how to sift and weigh evidence, discern the true from the false, the real from the unreal, and the facts from the fiction. We need something that helps people develop character, responsibility, accountability, a work ethic, things like that. Not finger pointing as some people are seeing nowadays, and some people, of course, not everyone, but fingers. There's some finger pointing. There's some denial of responsibility. There's gaslighting. There's turning things around on other people, stuff like that. We need moral character, as MLK said in another article of his. There is something in the universe that underlies moral absolutes. That's what we need. Cognitive and moral absolutes. Again, I agree. Education must train one for quick, resolute, and effective thinking and give one good character. I think we need to listen to MLK on this.